One of the most popular requests that I received on my comment section lately is to do a video that will help Jamb candidates to understand comprehension passage and be able to answer questions on it correctly. And that is what today's video is all about. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Dima Tutorials, and as you know, what I do here is to help you prepare well for exams on the use of English and on literature. After you've logged into your page, immediately you click on Use of English and are about to solve the questions on comprehension passage. The first thing you will need to do is to read the first paragraph of the passage. Read the first paragraph of the passage. Since Jamb comprehension passage usually do not have a caption, the first paragraph is what will give you an insight on the topic and the nature of the comprehension. Then the next thing you should do is to read the questions. Read the questions after you've read the first paragraph of the passage. Yes, I know that some teachers will tell you to read the questions first before reading the passage to enable you know what to look out for in the passage. They are right in their own side, but that method never worked for me. All through my years as a student, it makes me confused because I tend not to remember all the questions when I start reading the passage, and makes me to keep revisiting the questions and scouting for answers in every paragraph. And as a result, I will not be able to understand the passage very well. I won't be able to get the flow of the story or the logic of the essay. And at the end, I'll have to forget about the questions that I've already read and start afresh to read the passage from the beginning to end in order to understand it. Because in Jamb, you have to understand the entire passage before you can answer the questions correctly. But when I read the first paragraph before reading the questions, it helps me to direct my focus. The first paragraph of every comprehension passage is usually the most catchy and interesting paragraph of the whole passage. Secondly, the first paragraph of a good essay or a good comprehension passage, which of course is an essay, is that it gives you an overview of the entire passage. It will give you an insight to the author's choice of words, the setting of the essay, and introduce the characters in the passage if the essay is a narrative. Once you read the first paragraph of a comprehension passage, you will certainly be hooked. You want to find out more, but here is where you have to stop. You have to pause here to read the questions on the passage to enable you know exactly what to find in the passage. If you read the first paragraph of the passage before reading the questions, you will find yourself asking yourself questions while reading the questions. Let's take for example, in 2018 comprehension passage 2. After reading the first paragraph, you know that the passage is all about a wolf looking for a reason to devour a lamb. After reading the first paragraph, you want to know if the wolf later ate up the lamb or the lamb went scot-free. So here is the sequence. Read the first paragraph, then read the questions, and then read the entire passage starting from the first paragraph. While reading the passage, you should take note of the paragraphs where the answers occur. Most Jamb comprehension questions are inferential. That is to say, they are questions you are expected to figure out based on the information in the passage. You are supposed to figure out the answers to the questions based on the information that is in the passage. So answering comprehension passage in Jamb requires a lot of reasoning. But that doesn't mean that it's difficult to do that, because the information that you need is already in the passage. For example, in 2018, in the same passage about wolf and lamb, question 7, the candidates were asked to figure out the meaning of the expression "when this excuse failed him." Okay, let's see the question. Question 7 of 2018 comprehension passage 2. Question 7. The expression "when this excuse failed him" suggests that the A. Wolf only made up the charges leveled against the lamb. B. Lamb was more intelligent than the wolf. C. Lamb was prepared for the charges leveled against him. And D. Wolf was uncertain of the charges leveled against the lamb. In answering this question, you must be careful to base your reasoning on the information contained in the passage. Now, let me illustrate with this example. Let's say we have two people in a place and one is trying to press charges against the other person, or is looking for an excuse to press charges against the other person. The excuse of the person trying to press the charges can fail if the other person is smarter than him or is more intelligent than him. It can also fail if the other person is prepared for the charges. It can also fail if the person pressing the charges is unsure of the charges he's pressing against the other person, and it can also fail if the charges are made up. So you see, all the options are reasons why an excuse can fail, but which of them, according to the passage, is the reason why the WASSCE excuse failed? The correct answer is option A. Option A is the one that contains the reason, according to the passage, why the WASSCE excuse failed. So after you've read and understood the passage and you're about to answer the questions, please make use of the SLA method. The SLA method: S stands for select, L stands for link, and A stands for analyze. After you've selected your answer, link it to the question to know if it answers the question. Then analyze your answer in your mind by asking yourself if it agrees with the information in the passage. Another important thing you should do to save time while answering questions on comprehension passage is to take note of the italicized words. Yes, take note of the italicized words and phrases. When you see italicized words and phrases, read the sentence where they appear again to make sure you understand it, because you will be answering questions on those italicized words and phrases. When you are done selecting your answers, please check your answers again to be sure you are certain about them. The final tip that I will give, which is more like a personal tip that will help you to understand and score high on comprehension passage, is to practice past questions. Yes, the importance of practicing past questions cannot be overemphasized. Please practice past questions. Practice them. Why it looks like I'm emphasizing the importance of practicing past questions is because it actually helps me. I know how important it is personally. I know how it helps me to do well in Jamb. So please practice past questions. When you practice past questions, it helps to improve your ability to figure out the correct answers. And your constant practice will help you to learn the pattern of answering comprehension passage in Jamb. And will also help to make you less confused in choosing the correct answer, because you already know that in Jamb the wrong answers also look like the correct answers, and the correct answer is usually based on the information that is in the passage. So that's about how to answer questions on comprehension passage. Please apply these tips in your exam, and you can also practice with these tips to see how it helps you. Please subscribe to the channel and click on the like button. It helps me to know that you enjoyed the video and that you liked it. Please click on the like button and on the subscribe button below this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time in another video. Bye for now.